Forza Horizon 6 is like Forza Horizon 5, but in Japan. And that's not a bad thing, because one of the biggest criticisms of Forza Horizon 5 was how ass the map was. And yeah, it was genuinely butt cheeks. But this map, Japan, is such a breath of fresh air. And there's also a really important point that I don't see many people talking about related to Japan, which is that this map elevates the cars so much. For example, I love the Nissan Silvia and the 350Z, and driving them around Mexico was genuinely like quite depressing. Still, no shame to Mexico, it is a lovely country, but driving those cars in Japan feels so fucking sick. It's honestly unreal that a game like this exists. To get more specific with things, the gameplay is kind of the same shit as Forza Horizon 5. However, there are some notable changes and actual improvements that make the game much more enjoyable than 5. First, there's the new progression system that works through something called wristbands. It allows for a much better sense of progression, limiting you with regular cars at first, before gradually letting you move up to using supercars in the races. Now, this transition is actually pretty fast, like the first 2 or 3 wristbands can be earned fairly early on and quite quickly, while the later wristbands require you to do more races and side activities than on the first ones. Even then, it's still a much better progression system than what Forza Horizon 5 had. And also something I didn't mention that is the way you earn cars, or you get cars in your sort of collection, and you still get quite a lot of money to, for example, buy like not super expensive cars, because you're not going to get 2 million coins easily or 1 million coins easily, but you can get a few 100,000 here and there quite easily. So this allows you to get just simply very good cars that are just not that expensive, that will cost like around 100,000, 200,000, and you can also tune those cars with, for example, 80,000, so you can get a pretty like good car for 200,000 coins, which is easy to earn that sort of coin with the system Forza Horizon 6 already has. So yeah, with the supposed limiting factor are the wristbands, but you can still get any car you want really if you play a bit. It's not like on other games where buying the supercars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris and so on cost a lot more time than in Forza games. The second improvement is one that I'm not entirely sure whether this was actually improved or even changed, but the cars feel like they sound just better and crispier overall. And when you combine that with the Japan setting, it just hits different. Like when I hop into the game, pick my modified Nissan Silvia and just drive around, I truly feel like I own the car. Like I am dead as the proud owner of a 2002 Nissan Silvia S15, just taking it for a cool little drive around the block. I think it's kind of nuts that a game can make you feel like that. There are other little improvements that I probably forgot to mention, but I mainly wanted to highlight the things that matter to me the most. That said, I do have to address something that I see as a negative. And honestly, this just might come down to personal preference, but I feel like the crossroad or cross county and some of the rally races feel a little bit out of place. I don't know how really out of place they actually are, but when I think of Japan and the media surrounding it, I don't immediately think about off-road racing or snow racing or rally events in general. Now, I love rally racing in real life, watching it, because of course buying a car like that and participating in those events, I don't think it's easy, but these Forza Horizon events feel very similar to what we already had in Forza Horizon 5. And since they are somewhat necessary for progressing through the wristband system, you're going to be spending time doing them whether you like it or not. So if you didn't like the cross-country races and mountain stuff in Forza Horizon 5, then expect quite a bit of that here as well. And there's one more thing I have to mention because I've seen a lot of people talking about it, which is the AI. A lot of players are saying that anything on highly skilled or above feels unfair. And honestly, yeah, I can see where they are coming from. But at the same time, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much. I play on highly skilled, and to me it feels pretty similar to Forza Horizon 5, which is also the difficulty I played that game at. Sometimes I win races, sometimes I finish second, and at times I end up in 5th place. And honestly, I kind of like that. I don't think you should be, or I should be, winning every single race the first time. That said, there are definitely moments where it feels almost like impossible to catch up to the cars up front or in the front, and I completely understand why people find that frustrating. For me though, I enjoy the challenge. I like having to buy different cars, tune them, and experiment to see if I can finally win a specific race. But if you're the type of player who likes racing on expert or above, then yeah, I think the AI is absolutely overtuned at times, and it's something that the dev team should be looking into. But personally, it isn't a deal breaker for me. Aside from those points, the gameplay and the progression are overall great, and of course an improvement from Forza Horizon 5. It's still far from perfect, but it is great. The performance is just great, like straight up. I played the game mostly with everything on high or ultra settings at 1080p without DLSS or frame generation, and I was getting anywhere between 100 to 150 FPS. The reason for that range is that Tokyo can be pretty demanding, with my frame rate sometimes dropping to around 100 to 110 FPS. Everywhere else though, the performance was excellent. And for reference, I'm running a 5700 X3D and a 4070 Super. So as far as PC performance goes, I don't have any major concerns. I also didn't run into any weird glitches or standout bugs during my playthrough. That said, I do have one recommendation, which is if you stick with the default settings, the game can look weird at times. I'd highly recommend looking up some recommended graphic settings on YouTube, because there are a few options that are absolutely worth keeping on high or ultra, while others barely make a visual difference and just eat into your performance for no real reason or no real benefit. Forza Horizon 6 is an 8.5 out of 10 for me. It's such a great game. I've been playing since Forza Horizon 4, and out of 4, 5, and 6, this is easily my favorite. And honestly, it's mostly because of the map. Gameplay wise, it's extremely similar to 5 and 4. There are some changes and improvements, sure, but nothing really revolutionary. I think the wristband system was good, but nothing that blew my socks off. More than anything, this game just shows how important the setting is for a Horizon game. I really hope Forza continues moving in this direction when it comes to choosing locations and designing maps, because simply Japan elevates the entire experience. That said, a lot of the DNA from Forza Horizon 4 and 5 is still here, The cars handled in a very similar way. Wheel spins are still a thing. The menus are largely the same, and most of the improvements aside from the map come in the form of quality of life changes and small gameplay tweaks. Those improvements are definitely welcome, but this is still far from a perfect game. However, it is the best Forza Horizon game I've played in years.